Tony Blair tried to undermine UK's security services hoping for Trump administration job. The former Prime Minister is said to have revealed the secret information in a meeting with Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law and a senior aide, as he angled for a job as White House Middle East advisor. The claim is made in Michael Wolff's Fire and Fury, Inside the Trump White House, which has been written off the back of 200 interviews with allies of the president and the man himself. Mr. Wolff wrote, in February Blair visited Kushner in the White House. On this trip the now freelance diplomat, perhaps seeking to prove his usefulness to this new White House, mentioned a juicy rumor, the possibility that the British had the Trump campaign staff under surveillance, monitoring its telephone calls and other communications and possibly even Trump himself. GCHQ have denied the book's take on events and branded it utterly ridiculous. Mr. Wolff argues that Blair had revealed the information in the hope of gaining a job advising the U.S. president on the Middle East. The ex-UK leader has a tainted record in the Middle East. While in government he took the UK to war in Afghanistan and Iraq in conflicts that lasted longer than both world wars. Questions also remain as to whether the UK's invasion of Iraq was legal after Britain invaded the country without the support of the UN. It was also later revealed Saddam Hussein's regime did not have access to the nuclear weapons Blair had claimed they did to justify war. After the former Prime Minister left Downing Street in 2007, he made millions of pounds advising countries in the Middle East. In one controversial incident, he is said to have advised Libya's Gaddafi during the Arab Spring uprisings. He also acted as the United Nations Middle East envoy but resigned after 8 years of little progress and almost constant controversy about his role. Mr. Wolff wrote, Blair, now with philanthropic, private diplomatic and varied business interests in the Middle East, was particularly intent on helping to shepherd some of Jared's Middle East initiatives. The new book suggests that Blair told Mr. Kushner Obama's administration may have hinted to the UK that surveillance on the Trump campaign would be helpful. A spokeswoman for the Blair has denied the claims. She said, "It is all a complete and total fabrication." A month after the meeting between Blair and Mr. Kushner, the White House press secretary at the time, Sean Spicer, accused GCHQ of bugging Trump's phone during the election period. At the time he said, 3 intelligence sources have informed Fox News that President Obama went outside the chain of command. He didn't use the NSA, he didn't use the CIA, he didn't use the FBI, and he didn't use the Department of Justice. He used GCHQ.